Good evening, everyone. How are you? It is good to see you. It is good to be seen by you. I, of course, am the one and only Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you from an undisclosed location somewhere deep within the swamps of Central Florida. I hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic Tuesday evening. I apologize for the slightly late start. When you've got an elderly Labrador, sometimes his needs supersede, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm glad you're all here. We are going to have a shorter session tonight. We have got a few players out, so I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know I'm not slowly rolling back game times or anything like that. But next week we should return to a full flight crew when we will have our entire group here. We're waiting on one other person to join us. And let me ask you something. Do you like cool tabletop RPG content? Do you like fun and engaging live streams? Do you like old school Dungeons and Dragons and old school other TTRPG kind of stuff? Interesting guests and all this happening live 5 nights a week. If you do and you haven't already done so, please click the subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications to get information about when we do these, because we do them again 5 nights a week, but you never know. I try to do informational interstitial videos as news comes out that affects us in the tabletop RPG world. I like to bring it to you guys. That's just what I do because I enjoy engaging with you guys. So please, by all means, if you have not, click the subscribe button to receive all the information about when we're going to do this. I would greatly appreciate your participation on that front. And if you want to support this show, you can support us on Patreon or the YouTube membership for as little as $1 or $2, respectively. Now, we have got some interesting stuff happening tonight. We're going to be playing first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons for your fun and entertainment. And I hope you guys are down to watch a little bit of that. If you've never caught one of our AD&D live streams before, let me tell you a little bit about how it works. Now, of course, you might be thinking, Bill, you cannot swing a dead kobold on YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, anywhere without hitting somebody's live play. What makes yours different? And this is it. Maybe you've never played first edition AD&D and you'd like to. Or maybe you don't know. Maybe you're sitting on the fence. Maybe you want to see how it works, and you don't know how it's all how it all kind of unspools as you play. If you're sitting out there, or maybe it's been ages since you've played, but if you're sitting out there and you're like, yeah, this is interesting, but why did they do that? Why this, why that, why the other? Ask a question. All right. This is not like just passive, we're a quasi TV show that you just sit and watch. Ask a question. If I catch your question in the chat, I will do my best to answer it. I may miss it. And somebody in the chat could grab it and go, oh, hey, it's you roll a d6 for that. Or they may ping me and say, hey, Bill, this is what's going on. Or it may be that you've got one of my players who'll ping you. The fact of the matter is, guys, of all of the 5 night a week classic tabletop RPG live stream audiences on YouTube, I have the smartest and the best looking. We are a wellspring of knowledge. So trust me, if you've got a question, I want you to feel free to ask it. This is not some, thing sealed in Lexan that you can't touch, that you can't interact with. We will do our level best. So I hope you will do that. And if you don't get enough tonight, like if you're like, yeah, that was good, but you went short, and also I want more anyway because that's kind of how I am. Guess what? Tomorrow night, my co-host, the man from down under, my agent in Australia, truly the long arm of the Delver's Dungeon reaches around the world. Guess what? We're going to play some more D&D. Kyle is going to be DMing for us tomorrow night, and I am really looking forward to that. So with that said, let me say hello to some folks. So greetings to you, Daniel Rowan, Damien247, great old ones, Zachary Melvin, Vinny Finnegan, Kabuki Kid, Ian Bartosh Wise, the Wheeling Dragon, always fun to see you. Let's see. Gonzalo Lira's Bar Tab. Good evening to you, sir. Paint Minis Live, and I've got something to say about Paint Minis Live. FMCS Recon. Hey, there's my co-host, the Viking Hat GM, Odd Scimitar, Robert Phillips. If I already said you, Robert, well, I got you twice, but I don't think I did. So I'm really excited to announce this, guys. Tonight's show, we have a sponsor for tonight's show, and I would like to welcome our new sponsor. I'm going to be doing a little bit of affiliate jam with him, and my buddy Paint Minis Live has his own online hobby store. It is linked in the description. You should definitely check it out. Paint Minis Live serves the lower 48 of the US with a flat shipping rate of $17 per order. It's an online hobby shop. Guys, they have hundreds of items in their store. It would avail me not in the least. This entire show would be me cataloging his stuff if I told you about the cool stuff he has. But just to kind of top it off, comic book supplies, paint from Monument, hobbies, brushes, rentable game masters, yes, official D&D products, indie RPG modules from James F. Keck Games, models and fantasy terrain by Mantic Games. You can shop with confidence. Your purchase is secured through PayPal and Google Pay. You can track your order via email. And let me tell you guys, I know PML like on an interpersonal level. All right. He is one of us. So this is not a case of, yeah, some person on Etsy, read, they get shipping containers and stuff from Macau, is offering a sponsorship. No. This is a righteous dude. Click the link, check out his store. The next time you feel your palms start to itch because you're a little dice goblin, go ahead and buy. Paint Minis Live is your FLGS online. That's right. It's as close as your keyboard or your telephone if you go that way. So check them out. Link is in the description below. They are sponsoring tonight's episode, and I am super proud to do an affiliate partnership with them. My link below, that is my affiliate link. So if you want to follow that one, that kicks a little bit back to me. All right, that kicks a little bit back to me. So go check them out. Get some paints, get some minis, get some dice, get some D&D books, get some of those awesome James F. Keck modules. I gotta have James on again one of these days, and give them a look. So with that said, there is one other thing not related to that I do want to mention. I have not seen this in my chat. I have not seen this in the Discord discussion because you guys are cool. But I'm just going to mention this. This is boilerplate. We all know what's going on in the United States tonight. Okay. That's right. You know how important it is. I know how important it is. I know one side feels one way. I know one side feels the other way. And people get pretty passionate. I am, of course, talking about Taco Tuesday. Some of you prefer hard shell. Some of you prefer soft. I hear ugly stuff from the hard shell guys that, hey, why don't you just eat a burrito? And then the soft shell guys are like, why don't you just eat a platter of nachos? And it can get so divisive, guys. Let's remember, we're all one big happy family of hobbyists. Let's not discuss it. Let's not bring it up in the chat. But Viking Hat's trying to catch a ban already. See, Kegs Crusher D4 puts the hard shell inside the soft shell. Genius. That's the kind of unity we need today. That's the way things used to be. Can we not go back to that? Do you put a layer of refrieds in there to kind of stick them together? Or maybe a little queso? Let me know if you do that. So, Jorge Uri, good to see you. So, with that said, the real thing I'm talking about. Let's just be gamers while we're here on the stream. So I am going to bring some gamers to you guys. I guess being Tuesday, I probably should have put nachos and stuff in the break room. It's a mess, guys. It's a mess. The guac gets warm and the queso gets cold. Trust me, the pistachios and Hennessy are fine. So let me welcome our trio of Tuesday night gamers. So everybody, please welcome D and Disability playing Holder. Oh, let me try clicking it properly. Good evening to you, sir.
Hello, all. Speaking of Paint Minis Live, by the way, I am one of those rented DMs, so I fully support him entirely. Amazing
Very,
stuff.
very cool. Very cool. And I've been lucky enough to play a session of Mork Borg, which I think it's actually pronounced Mike Bittersweet, but I don't know. But no, D and Disability has GM'd me through a session of Mork Borg. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I definitely give it a try. And also check out D and Disability's YouTube channel. Next up to bat, we have the guy who stole all the letter D's for the entire session. Another swell dude, awesome guy who's got some very cool stuff. It's on the cusp of, but I will wait for his. Like, I'm straining at the leash to tell you about the cool stuff he's going to have going on. Everybody, please put your hands together for a dude who has literally been here from day one. And he's just a swell dude. Everybody say hello to Doomsword Deathmaster as Jurek Donagard.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing but the rent, my friend. And finally, the newest addition to our coterie of chaotic characters. Everybody, please welcome. I don't know if he's got a burgeoning web business or anything. I'm sure he'll tell us. But I do think he's getting ready to launch a little something on YouTube. Everybody, please welcome Graph Paper Architect as the Dwarven Fighter Mouth.
Nanu. Glad to be here. And yes, I'll shamelessly plug myself all you want, but not right now.
Please don't do that.
I don't want to interrupt your thing.
Nobody wants to see that.
This
anyway,
is supposed to be a kid show.
That's right.
Oh, no, PG-13.
Soft R or PG-13 is about the best.
No Skinamax. Can't go too far.
Certain pages of the Dungeon Master's Guide can't be shown for too long. Well, the bots pick it up. Anyway, so we left on a cliffhanger last week. The party had crossed the open ground in front of the Slavers Stockade. You had climbed up a makeshift rope and found yourselves in a deserted level of the outer gatehouse. Casting your gaze round through arrow slits, it seemed that all was well. as you prepared to explore the gatehouse further and see if you could find a way to infiltrate the dreaded Slavers Stockade once again, you open a door and you see a group of brain, it's not bugbears, it's hobgoblins. They are standing there looking. Are they surprised? Let me see. Oh, that is something I forgot to do. I've got to get our lovely DD dice set up here. We have an on-screen die roller, guys, that's actually pretty cool. Let me make sure that is working tonight. And we'll do it with a surprise die roll. They are not surprised, and I think you guys have the decks in your party. Let's see. What is Holder's dex? You're muted, D and disability, if you're talking.
Oh, there we go. Not good. There's nothing good about Holder's stats except his wisdom.
Okay, well, hopefully he'll be wise enough to not be surprised. What is Durek's dex? Doomsword, Deathmaster.
That would be 10.
That would be 10.
Dungeon Delver.
All right. I had to steal those two letter D's from him. And finally, Malf. What is Malf Dwarf Fighter's dex?
14.
14. Okay, so we have let's see. We have one character who is here in NPC status, but not actually here at the table, who will be standing towards the back and being very quiet. And that, of course, is Kevin's character. Uh-oh, we lost graph paper.
No, still here.
Okay. And I actually don't recall if he had an exceptional dex. So let us roll to see if the party is surprised. You are for, let's see, 3 and 1. So that is 2 segments. The hobgoblin, the strongest of them, draws his scimitar from his waistband and steps in, and with a snarl, he orders his fellows into the room. So there's a semicircle. You've got 3 on one side and 3 on the other. So that is basically the segments of surprise is them shuffling into the room. And he looks at Durek, being the tallest and strongest and proudest, and says, "Who are you and what are you doing here?" So they use their surprise segments to move in and position themselves. It's 6 on 4. Dooms, what does Durek say in response? Well, let me ask you this. Does Durek speak Hobgoblin?
No, he does not.
Okay.
He's
Brograd! Nictorad!
I know not of what you say, but who are you?
All right. He says in common back to you, I am Azrit, Eye Taker. I am the sergeant of the guard, and I do not know you, interlopers. I think you are one of those rebellious, dirty abolitionists. Kill them all, boys! So they've got weapons out. You're toe-to-toe. D disability, what is Holder doing in this round?
I guess other than trying to recover the parlay with vehement protests of, "Oh, well, you see here, guys, can we please just talk this out?" No? Okay. And I'm going to default to a prayer spell.
All right, so you're casting prayer. You're kind of in the creamy center in the middle of the party as they're set upon, because I know you said that Holder, being pacifistic, would kind of try to,
I have no interest of being in the front. That said, I do have an armor class of 0 if I have to stand there and cower. I can stand there and cower.
Helpful. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what is Durek doing?
Well, I'm attacking, of course.
Okay. And how about Malf?
Oh yeah, bring your pretty face to my axe.
All right. And your fighter magic user, he is drawing his sword and he is preparing to defend himself. Let's roll initiative. We'll start at the top of the order since Holder will just be praying. Roll initiative for us in this round. D and disability. That's
Sure.
Thane, Kyle, by the
I
way.
mean, to be fair, I will just be praying pretty much every round.
No, I gotcha.
You kind of like gotta keep it going, but yeah.
Capital P praying. Okay, so a 6 and a 1. All right, so longswords versus scimitars. So let's
And prayer has a casting time of 6 segments, by the way.
6 segments. Segment 7, you guys are protected by prayer. Now let me see here. I've got to crack open. Unless Doomsword, any of you guys know off the top of your head what the speed of scimitars is.
Well, I want to say longsword is 5 and scimitar is 4.
Okay.
I think there was an advantage to scimitar. But I think I got the chart right here as well.
Okay. This only matters for determination of spell casting in case, things go completely sideways and they manage to get past you to your pacifistic cleric.
Thankfully, once again, that's where the AC of 0 really comes in handy.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, that's correct. 5 for the longsword, 4 for the scimitar.
5 for the longsword, 4 for the scimitar.
scimitar.
Okay, so scimitars strike if they swing at the spellcaster. Scimitars will strike in segment 5. His prayer is active in segment 7, but they seem to be interested in flensing you guys up front. But you have the drop on them. So let's start with Durek. You have this fellow in front of you. Azrit.
All right, very well. Let me just double check here. All right, I'm good. Come on. Yes.
Okay, that is a solid blow. He is a medium target, so you will do a D8 plus any additional bonuses for weapon, what have you.
Yeah, that'd be D8 plus 1.
Okay. All right, so you slash him and he screams in rage. So let's go to Malf.
Oh yeah.
Malf is 5th level, correct?
Oh, it's giving me a forbidden error on the die roller. Let me.
Yeah, do a hard
Refresh it.
refresh.
Okay, that should work. But
8. Let's see. As a dwarf, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I was going to say it's a 9 actually.
It's a 9, and let me see.
And I think that I hate them, so I think that gives me +1.
Yeah, that's what I am double checking. Let's see. Yes, you do gain +1.
So it's 10.
So that becomes a total of 10. Now, for those of you who are fans of later editions, maybe you're coming in a little bit late. This is where your favorite opponent thing began, and with Rangers gaining extra damage to giants, it started right here with dwarves and their hatred of certain varieties of giant kin, and Rangers' ability to pick exactly the right spot to carve into giant and giant kin to finish them more effectively. All right, so that is a total of 10. And let me see what their armor class is. Yeah, he just turns that with a twist of his body. The sword kind of slides past you. You literally just miss him. And finally, does someone want to roll for Kevin's character? I don't as recall if he had any advantages.
I don't
other
know.
than-
I'll hit the dice.
All right.
Maybe I
All
shouldn't
right,
have.
yeah, not going to matter. Okay.
Let somebody else do it.
So he he wipes the sword wound you put on him, and he's like, ah! So the leader type lunges at Durek. No quarter given. Actually, he did give quarter, but anyway. Leader type, that is a miss. His associate, that is a miss. So we've got two attacks falling onto Mouth. The 16 might have gotten you. What is your armor class, sir?
It is a 5.
A 5. That almost certainly got you. But I will double check. They are. Yes. So you got.
Or maybe am I on a. Might be on an old sheet. I have chainmail written down here, and I picked up that dwarven plate, so I probably am off.
That's going to make you a 3 at least.
3. Yeah.
If you're not using
plate. Sorry.
If you're using plate and shield, that's going to be a 2. Still a 16. Yeah, a 16 gets armor class too. So unfortunately, you do take this, but it's a little less ignominious than if say I'd rolled a 13 and you thought you'd got. So let me see. I said they were armed with scimitars. And so scimitar is rather like a longsword, except not doing bonus damage against large targets. You will take 1d8 points of damage, rather, not 8 points of damage. Although you're a dwarf, you're pretty tough. You could probably take that and laugh it off. Well, there's 5.
Okay.
And finally, the last couple lunging at Kevin's character. He is struck once for 7. All right, so some of your blood is out, some of their blood is out. You all feel buoyed up. You hear this prayer in your ears. Durek, even though it's not your deity, it's like if you're a Methodist and you go to a Baptist church, the prayers and hymns are still good for you. So, you feel empowered, you feel strengthened. So, prayer, for those of you who are praying along at home, see what I did there? Anyway,
I'm praying on hobgoblins.
You're praying.
Start praying right now.
So
Everclear?
Prayer.
Yeah.
Those who are curious.
+1, -1.
Yes, +1 to all friendly attacks and saving throws, and -1 to all their attacks and saving throws. They're like growling and shaking their heads. Ah, shut him up! Shut up, you! So it's a new round. Let's get declarations. Holder, prayer has gone off. What do you wish to do?
I'm just praying. I have to maintain. I can't do anything while praying. So says the spell.
Prayer.
Yep.
1 round per level. Once the prayer is uttered, the cleric can do other things, unlike a chant.
Oh, I can do other things.
Yes, you can do other things.
Oh, damn. Okay, then. Well, I really don't want to burn a bless here. So, honestly, I will simply do my best to fight defensively. I cannot parry any blows. I do not have excessive strength, but I can hide behind my shield and impose myself where needed.
Okay. All right, then. I know what the other characters are doing, so let's go ahead and roll initiative. And Dooms, it comes to Durek. That is a 5. That is an absolutely fantastic roll. Can I beat it? No, but I can tie it. So, this is all simultaneous combat. Let me roll those scimitar attacks on you guys first. Oh, and I should point out that because they are evil and you guys are standing close together, they are fighting at an additional -1 because of the protection from evil emanating in a 10-foot radius from Durek. So these are both at -2. Durek, you are missed and missed. Malf. So that is an 18. So unfortunately, Malf is struck again, just for 2. And finally, that becomes an 11. That becomes a 9. Neither one of those hit your good thief there. So let's roll some attacks. We'll start with Durek. That's a hit.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do better with damage this time.
Indeed.
Opening up with the double 20s is pretty sweet.
5, and your previous damage was 3, correct?
Yes, this is actually 6, and the prior was 3, so 9.
Okay, so 6 and 3 is 9. He drops. You spit him, and he hits the floor. Okay, Malf, do it. 19,
Yeah.
20,
Right.
20. So yeah, total of 20. Roll your damage. 1.
2.
Okay, he's still so 2.
I had a +1, so I had 2.
2, and you had hit him in the last round for how much?
I didn't. I think I missed him.
I thought you.
Yeah, I missed last round.
I thought you hit him last round and your thief missed, but that's okay. All right, so he did not like that. He is spurting a fair amount of the old vino. So let's get over and someone want to roll
I'm too
for
sober.
your thief. Someone want to roll for your thief.
Sure, I
I
can.
guess I'll do it now.
You want to? Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll just get from the bottom up because Mouth did it, or GPA.
Yeah, that works.
19. That is a hit. That is
there you go.
D8. D8 damage. I'm assuming he's fighting with a longsword.
Well, that's okay.
All right. So, yeah, they see their leader go down, and let's make a morale check. Okay, I know what they're doing in the next round. I know what you guys are going to continue the melee. So let's roll initiative and graph paper architect. Roll initiative for us, please. A 6.
Nice.
A 5. They see their leader Azarit fall to the floor, bloodied. They have been injured. They haven't knocked any of you guys down. They are in full retreat. You may strike at them at 4 plus any additional bonuses. Let's start with Durek.
All right, this will give me a +6 to the roll with the excellent prayer and
Wowzers.
my magical weapon and the retreat. Look at that. 20, 19, 20.
All right, roll some damage, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
A
9.
second one falls dead to the floor. Mouth.
Come on, Mouth.
18.
Yeah.
That's 22, 23. That hits. That absolutely hits.
Big
Roll
damage.
some damage. You had done a little bit of damage to him before.
3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. That is enough to fell him. That's 2 down. And somebody roll for our good thief.
Alrighty. Let's see. That's
a hit.
fire.
That's going to be a D8.
Look
And,
at that.
And that is
Really
another
brilliant.
one. So yeah, you guys slay 4. There are 2 left. They move this round. Let me look at the map real quick, because you guys are basically where are they gonna go? Okay, so gatehouse level 2. You open the door. They immediately head for the opposite door. And they do not have to make an open doors roll. They wrench it open. And fly through. You see daylight pouring in, and they are yelling. They are screaming and yelling as they run through that door. What do you guys wish to do?
Run over and close that door and try to spike it shut.
Okay.
You know, from the inside or whatever.
We're basically out of initiative now, so yeah, you can spike that door shut, not a problem. The only way that you can see into this room, barring climbing back up through the window, is up the stairs in the gatehouse. I'm sorry, up the stairs in the room of the gatehouse that you're in, or through the door that you just spiked shut. You do not recall, as there was a set of stairs in the other gatehouse tower there, Durek. So, yeah, you guys have basically got a brief amount of time. What do you wish to do? Where do you wish to go?
Hooter, I doubted you before. You've comported yourself well. Dare say I am proud of you.
well, I don't commit the violence that you do, nor do I condone it, but it is necessary. Sad but true.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Mouth, I understand.
Yeah,
you're
I liked what he was
expert
saying.
persons and- well, do you wish to lead the way? For you
Aye,
may see
let's-
more than I will.
Alrighty then, let's go ahead. And you say there's stairs?
Yes, in the south end of this room, there is a flight of stairs that it leads down.
That's all we have. Is just the stairs and the spiked door.
That is correct. You know, I've said I need to check something here because the map layout itself is a little wonky. Those of you familiar with the Slavers modules, you know full well the maps are nice. It's just that they printed them so small, so damn small. So let me make sure that I am telling you guys properly. Okay. Okay, yeah, the stairs go down from this room.
All right then. We'll start descending
Okay.
nice and easy.
Kevin's thief says just a minute and moves to the front.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
All right, he carefully
Scream loud if you get hit with anything, then we know.
Yeah. So the stairwell is lit by sunlight flickering through the arrow slits in the southern wall. The upper part of the stairs going up has been bricked over. That's right. And at the foot of the stairs, you can see down there in the gloaming, you can see a wooden door. So your goodly thief is moving down there. He carefully goes down the first 10 feet and looks up at you guys. He reaches into a pouch and sprinkles white feathers along the stair just in front of him, and you can see the feathers kind of stop just an inch over the stairs, and he whispers up, "Tripwire."
Ooh,
He continues to
you got
move.
sticky feathers.
He continues to move forward.
I'll whisper that back up the stairs. Hey, there's tripwire. It's got sticky feathers on it.
He dumps another handful of feathers and holds 2 fingers up and points to the next feather covered tripwire.
There's 2 more sticky feathered wires. Watch your step.
And finally, he moves down to the bottommost. I wish I was sharing these die rolls with you guys. I've never seen check trap rolls this good for a character at this level. Yeah, he once again lays down feathers and indicates 3 and points down. Steps on the floor.
I
in
can't
front of
believe
the-
there are 3 steps on the staircase that are all trapped. Thank you.
Bloody
Gaga.
hell, there's 3 wires.
No, this is thank you, Tom Moldvay, actually, is who we blame for that. But anyway.
Thank you, Moldvay.
All right.
Aye.
So yeah, he standing on the step above the floor, but below the final trapped one. He carefully sweeps his hand out over the flagstone, kind of feels around, peers, and nods and motions you all to move down.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder, assuming I get close enough, and give him the old Jeremiah Johnson nod.
All right. Okay, so you have this door in front of you. It's a heavy wooden door. It's closed. Oh, nothing's wrong with Tom Moldvay. He just had like 3 trapped steps in a row down this staircase the party had to go down, and it required 3 successful find traps to find every tripwire. Okay, so so you have this wooden door in front of you.
Right, well. You got sticky feathers for the door, too?
He just looks at you and shakes his head and says, "Open the door and get us out of here, you ding dong."
Aye. Open the door. Just a wee bit so that I can sort of listen and peek in.
Okay, give me an open doors roll.
Which die is that again?
That's a D6.
6.
The door does not budge. You can try again. This time you throw your shoulder against the door. This must be a very, given the amount of dust that you guys basically flowered yourselves in when you came in through that through the gatehouse. You think even after the previous raids that Durek led here that this is a very not frequently traveled area. So you force the door open. You are looking out into the outer the outer courtyard. Let me describe this properly. Odd Scimitar is like, I'm watching D&D at work. To hell with them. Okay, a gentle breeze. Yeah, this is right. A gentle breeze blows across or blows leaves and pieces of twine about this courtyard. To the north is the curtain wall with portcullis. You guys have just exited. My God, I'm so sorry. And to the south is the main gatehouse to the inner keep. There's a strong odor of manure and rotting vegetation in the air. The earth before the gatehouse has been churned into a 30-foot diameter morass of glistening mud. Just beyond this is the portcullis to the gatehouse. The portcullis is open, and there's enough room for you to enter it 3 abreast. The wind carries sound down from the guards on the wall, who are yelling in alarm, and it adds to a chorus of birds as they fly about, disturbed by the shouting of the guards. So what will you guys do? You're standing in the doorway. You haven't gone out into the courtyard. You're looking across the courtyard, and that from where you're standing to the inner gate, it's about 50 feet.
How do you feel about serving as a scout? If not, we shall all go.
I think it might be a little late for scouting.
Sounds like they know we're here.
Well, at least the thief is quiet and often hidden. Shall we charge forth then?
Could make a run for it. If they know we're here, they may shoot at us.
I think we have no choice.
Well, then I'll go first.
All right, so are you guys going one at a time, or you're just taking point? What's...
I think from my perspective, right, because there's a gate, or what was a gate on the other side of this, right? As I recall.
Yes, basically, as you're looking south, there's the inner curtain wall, and then there's a portcullis that pierces it, and you know that goes into the inner courtyard area, and then beyond that is the stockade proper.
Right, and this is where we had a low wall on either side that archers frequented.
I don't know about low, but yes.
Right, but yeah, not the roof. Yeah, I'm just gonna run across.
Okay, are you all following him, or are you waiting to see if he makes it?
No.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's just go.
All right, Dooms, roll initiative for me, if you would, please. Actually, before we do that, let's see. Okay, you guys have... Oh, you guys have a lot of surprise. You have a full 4 segments of surprise as you sprint out. They were surely not expecting you. So 4 segments, and I believe that Holder is slowed. So Holder can afford a jog, basically. So that's... Holder, you can make it about halfway across the 40 or 50 feet to the to the open portcullis, the muddy patch. Are you guys keeping pace with Holder, or are you just hell for leather?
Well, I don't know that I've ever seen him run. So the idea was, my idea at least, was get to the other side, slide under that portcullis before the arrows can hit, and hopefully everybody was on the same page of following.
That's fine. Go ahead and go. Don't, I'm going to be slow. It's the nature of things.
Okay.
Sure.
So, let's see.
And I didn't know that.
So we're talking about 6 segments. You guys are just hell for leather across 60 feet. That's 9 feet, 9, 6, 54. So all of you guys except for Holder can make it there in your surprise time. Holder gets a little more than halfway to you. We're gonna need some. We're gonna need an initiative roll for Holder to see if he can move before he is shot by Knoll archers who observed you guys run out of the door. And I just want to take a quick moment while you are pulling up the die roller. Odd Scimitar says, found some coworkers and friends that want to give AD&D a try. Super excited to add them to the campaign. That is fantastic. And that is a fantastic fantastic initiative roll.
The downside with that is my AC is only, I think, 3 without my shield, because I have a +2 shield.
Okay.
So, and I don't have any magic armor because the cleric left with the magic armor.
Okay, so the good news is 4 segments difference between the dice. You got a 6, I got a 2. 4 segments, that's 12 feet. Where you are, that gets you to just within like 5 feet of the wall proper before they're able to adjust their aim. One archer standing on top of the tower has the drop on you as you're running. So he is going to fire a couple of arrows at you as you are making your way open. Now, speaking of open, I do want to point out, Durek, the portcullis that was jammed when you guys had to run through the burning hallway, that portcullis is now open. That has apparently been fixed. So you don't have to duck and dive.
Nice.
Both of those are misses.
I hate to be an awful person, but my initiative was only at 5, not a 6. Does that make a difference?
No. Because basically that literally was just a determinant on where you were when the arrows started firing, and it's a difference of 3 feet.
Okay.
It's not a huge deal.
Just thought I'd bring that up.
Okay. So yeah, thwack, couple of arrows land at your feet. So it's a new round. There are Knollish types lurking about, thirsty for your blood. You hear their yipping and growling and snarling speech above you on the gatehouse walls. So you guys look behind you. There's Holder huffing and puffing under the weight of his pack and shield and mail, just making it to the tunnel. Gentlemen, what are your intentions?
Continue onward. I would suppose, as long as Holder is safe. I'll wait for a moment and make sure that he's all good and he's through and free from arrow fire.
Right.
Shield him if necessary.
I will puff and wheeze and hit my inhaler and puff and wheeze some more and give a thumbs up. And
so now there's another courtyard we have to get through.
Yes.
From where we are.
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay.
And all those bloody knolls are going to be shooting at us.
Yes.
Okay.
Are there any doors in this gatehouse that we can go up there and kill them all and then continue on?
From looking through this tunnel, there are none. Although there are murder holes in the ceiling above you.
Oh, it's a tunnel gatehouse. Oh, it's not like a gate. Okay, so I see what you're saying.
Right. Were there doors on either side? Like if you were to come right out of that opening, there would be a door on the right and a door on the left.
Not immediately on the right and left, but there are the towers on either side of this. They're taller than the towers of the outer gatehouse. There are towers on either side that presumably have doors somewhere that would permit you entry if you wanted to go in there.
Well, what do you think we should do? Do you think we should continue on and maybe get shot at, or find a way up there and hack some
Well,
gnomes?
can we make the run again? That would be the question.
I don't know. I didn't know Holder here.
Well, to be fair, I did tell you guys I was slow.
Yeah.
Like out of
I may have
character
forgotten.
speaking. Yeah, no, that's fine. There's nothing I can do about it. Just between my equipment and everything else, there's literally nothing I can do.
Cannot
So
the
if I
dwarf
get
carry
shot,
some
I
of
get
the
shot.
burden?
Can I carry something for you?
Not
Give it
any,
back.
not anything that'll make a lick of difference, bud. I mean, like seriously. Unless you were to take the weight of, like, say, my entire backpack, like I just were to hand you all of it, all my potions, etc. There's not a. I'm literally so weak in my armor, it doesn't matter.
Well,
Thank
I've
you.
got a 17 strength, DM. Do you think I can? And I'm just packing regular gear. What do you think?
Regular gear is 45. You know what? Let's look at this. This actually merits taking a look at and sharing with the audience. So you have a 17 strength. This means that
And
you
by
are.
regular gear, I mean I don't have my bedroll or any of that junk with me. You
No,
know,
I
just
understand.
regular
You've got a
adventuring
backpack,
gear.
rope, pythons, and
Yeah.
we'll talk about what
That
that
stuff.
entails later. So your weight allowance is an additional 50 pounds.
Mhm.
And you are talking about taking a pack that is another 45 pounds.
Let me
So
see. Let me see.
yeah, you go ahead and check it.
It's not 45 pounds. It's let's see. It's 28 pounds is what my is how much my pack is currently carrying, but it's the rest of my gear that's 62 pounds that, like, you can't carry for me. It's the hammer I'm carrying so I can cast spiritual hammer. It's the shield. It's the plate mail. That's 620 coins. I can only carry 910 coins.
So if he takes your pack, he's not encumbered and you're not encumbered. You're then moving at 9 and he's still moving at 9.
Wouldn't I be moving
And I move at 9.
Well, I wouldn't be at 1/2 my load, right? I'd be I'd be over 1/2 load.
Well, let's look at the encumbrance section in the back of the player's handbook.
Yeah, because heavy 3/4 load. So if I'm at half load, that's 60, right? If I'm at my max load, that's 30, right? And then so if I'm only carrying 1/4 of my max weight, I could move at 90, right?
Correct.
Right. So even then, I'm still only moving 30. I'm moving 30 either way.
Well, okay, let me ask you, what is your strength?
My strength is a 9.
Your strength is a 9. All right.
Yeah. So that means I can lift, stroke, move 900 coins, right?
Let me see. So weight allowance for strength 9 is normal. That means you can pack normally 45 pounds of gear. You would be, after you give the pack over to him, you would be carrying 60 pounds of gear, which is not incredibly over encumbered. So your base movement goes from 9 to 6. So you can move 60 if he takes your backpack.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Better than nothing.
It's about the best we can do.
Seafolk's tracking encumbrance is important. Okay, so so taking his pack from him does not impact, no pun intended, mouth. Your thief says you're not carrying any heavy amounts of coin, are you? He just kind of grins and winks and edges up to the end of the tunnel. Are you guys going for either tower or are you heading straight across?
Well, I know, and I've probably informed them of this over time, that we need to go past that and deeper because we're looking for that staircase down. So we got to go past this and to the right, back through that, all that mess.
So you're headed for you're just trying to make it across the inner courtyard, is what you're saying.
Right, to where those double
Yep.
doors are. Make it through the double doors, and
Okay.
then close those behind us and regroup.
All right. So you hand your pack over to Malf. Okay. The inner parade ground with the huge fountain in the middle, the trees, the double doors, the balcony that overlooks it all, is about 60 feet away. Let's roll initiative, and I think the last person we actually had roll it was Holder. So roll it for us if you would, please, Dooms. I don't have the dice rollers at a 6 or a 2.
That would be a 2. It was a 6.
That would be a 2. Okay. All right. Okay, so you guys move and you make it to the edge of the inner parade ground, and you are being shot at by gnolls up on the walls, and you hear a clatter like a door opening somewhere behind you. If you glance over your shoulders, there is a group of gnolls coming out of the eastern inner gatehouse tower. There's a door on the side of that tower, and they are turning, and they basically spent their rounds coming down the stairs, but you are taking some fire. So this is going to be... all right, so first arrow. Well, we have to consider distance. So this is actually going to be medium. You guys are under protection from evil and prayer. What is duration on prayer? It is rounds per. It is rounds per level.
It's rounds per level. I'm 6, so that's 6 rounds.
6 rounds.
Yep, I'm only cleric 6.
Okay, yeah, it's been a while, so it's just Durik's protection from evil. So that is -2, -3, -2, -3. So that becomes a 13 and a 17. And starting at the top, Holder is 1, Durik is 2, Mouth is 3, and your thief is 4. He is shot, but for a point of damage. The second hits, and who does it hit? That one hits Holder.
Okay. Hits AC 3 for 2 points.
For 2 points.
All
right. So you guys have made it. You look back behind you, couple of arrows fly in. Other gnolls are you hear shouting up on the walls and that sort of thing. And coming towards the courtyard are 4 gnolls on foot. Miss Bella Game's a gnoll. You know what? Let me do this real quick. And I will show you guys, for those of you who don't know, what an AD&D gnoll looks like. See, this is the kind of thing, like I say, when you have questions, ask. And I will do my level best. I try to be a friendly, accommodating dungeon master. So, and show host. Let me just share this real quick. Share screen. And put that up there. That is what a gnoll looks like. They are not friendly at all. You know, the old joke, why not friend if friend-shaped? They're not friend-shaped. Okay, so you make it to to the opening, and let's go ahead. Are you guys going to turn and fight? Are you just going to continue to move into the courtyard? What are y'all going to do? Now, I
You said
will.
we made it? So we made it across the courtyard?
You've gotten to the inner parade ground across the inner courtyard. I am gonna point out, in terms of cover, being under the balcony that extends out over the inner parade ground, that will basically keep you out of arrow shots if you are under the balcony.
From either side?
From either side, yeah. Because there's bushes,
Okay, well,
there's hedges.
right. Yeah, that's clearly what we'll do, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Form up and get ready to kill some gnolls.
Okay. Then let's roll initiative, and graph paper Malf is going to roll initiative for me. A 3. Now I'll tell you guys, I was playing AD&D last night with my Monday night group, private game. I lost every initiative for probably 7 rounds. The party never rolled higher than a 3. I could literally not beat a 3 on a D6. And once again, the curse follows me. I feel like I'm in an ironic Sam Raimi horror movie. Okay. So you guys make your way along. You kind of got to push through some scrub and whatnot. You move to where the doors are. And you know this place well enough, Durek. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You are now near the western of the 2 large trees. And they move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you can still hear them. They're screeching maledictions and hateful things at you. So are you guys continuing on to the doors?
I thought we stood our ground to fight.
I understood that you guys were moving forward. I'm sorry.
Right, and we were going to get under there, and we were going to turn around if we wanted to engage. If we're still ahead, then let's go for it, right?
Yeah, you're still ahead.
Yeah, let's go for the doors.
What we need to do is get through that double door and pin them shut behind us, or even stand that ground there, because that's only a 10-foot wide hallway, as I recall. So it gives our backs to the stone, you know.
Okay.
Right.
Alrighty then. Let's see.
So we're at a full tilt run, gonna bash the doors.
Roll initiative for me, if you would. Who is the last? I think it's your turn there. If you would, please, Thane.
Yep. Let's go.
I did better this time. I got a 5. Okay.
I got a 1.
They move before you do. They spend their entire round. There are 4 of them. 2 have pikes, and 2 of them have two-handed swords. And they catch up with you guys as you're like trying to push through the underbrush, and they sprint forward and face and turn to face you. Now, if you guys continue to rush forward, they will get attacks on you as you retreat. But you can.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay, I did not think so.
Yeah, the pikes and two-handed swords we're locked in now.
Okay. So 2 of them with two-handed swords, and the ones with the pikes are kind of trying to move around the flank to gig you guys. Thane, what is Holder doing?
Well, how many were there?
There are 4 total.
I hate to do this because it's borderline not pacifist, but I'm going to go ahead and cast Hold Person on 3 of them.
Okay, let me.
Now, here's the question.
I
Are
think that's
Noel's
pacifist.
people? Do what?
I'd call that pacifist because you're not going to be cutting their throats. We are.
Yeah, basically, from my standpoint, I just need to stop them so we can move on.
Brilliant.
That is exactly what they are. They can be held by this. That is a 5-segment spell.
And so I will stop them so we can move on.
You will stop them so you can move on. Durek, Malf, and your thief are going to be stopping them by feeding them steel, I presume. So, Dooms, roll initiative, please, for the party.
All right, here we go. 6.
6. Okay. Your spell, your hold person spell. Hold monster is a completely different beast. Will go in the 8th segment, so it'll basically go. Let's see, pikes and 2-handed swords. Will they get to swing before? This is again, guys.
Yes, I think 2 hands. No, even though they're deceptively quick, but still.
All right, so this merits looking up. So pike. These are all pikes. They are. Let's see, pike. They're speed 13. They won't be going anytime soon. So sword, long. They are only speed 5. So the longs, sword, 2-handed. They are speed 10. They will not get blows off before your spell goes off. So, gentlemen, attack them. Start with Durek. And they are large. These creatures are large. Did 18. That come up as the 18? That is a hit.
All right.
You're doing a D12 plus any bonuses. That is 2, 3. All right, Malf.
I thought they were held. Isn't that just an
not
automatic?
Yet.
No, not
yet.
They're
not held yet. This is between the hold. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
And they will get saving throws. So that is a hit for Malf. They are large, so your weapon versus large.
9.
That is 9. So you. Before I start yelling out, all right. So 9 average. That slays one of them. There are 3 remaining. They are raising their weapons, preparing to strike. When let's see, one of them might have saved, 2 of them definitely did not. Let me see. This is under the Ye Old Attack Matrices page. So versus spells. None of them saved. They all freeze in place. Save versus spells for a 2-hit die creature is 17 minimum.
Excellent.
None of them made their save. They all failed. They're all frozen in place.
I, of course, will urge the party in no uncertain terms to leave them and move on. Spare them. They know not what they do. They're innocent children, so on and so forth.
After we get done hacking, and I hack them, and then I look back at Holder and say, I'm sorry, what? I did not hear you.
All right,
Don't
so
rub salt in the wound, just move on.
All right, yeah. You can gank one of them in a round.
Waste
and because he's held, he expires. But it's going to be 2 more rounds if you want to stand there. You killed one, you kill another. Are you hacking one down and then fleeing?
Yeah, well, I look at everybody, and I wanna make our way to the door. You know, there'll be plenty of time to deal with these guys on fair ground.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, so I hacked one, and then Durek says all of that, and then I'm like, oh, all right. So be it.
For once, the pacifist and the paladin agree. Holy shit.
Okay.
Well, we can make it through the door this way, but you know, never
All right,
never
so-
resist the opportunity for a dwarf to make a cheap shot.
A couple of rounds. A couple of rounds. It takes you, well, really only one round, and you make it to the doors, two closed doors. Somebody give me an open doors check.
I think we all pretty much have an equal chance.
Yep.
And
you guys You guys can double up if you want to try and open them.
You might have made it, Malf.
Strength
The
17 for
17?
Mouth.
Yeah,
I think you got it.
You wrench one of the doors open and in you guys go. It is pitch black, so any humans, there's a little light seeping in through the door, which of course you can shut behind you if you wish, but it will then be very dim. There's guttering torches at either end of this long hallway, all too familiar to Durek Donagard.
If you want, I can hold a torch. But I don't have any. I couldn't carry any.
Reach into my backpack, for I must spike these doors shut.
Sure.
I help with the spiking.
All right.
Yeah, I've got
so
torches and a flint and tinder. I've got 2 spikes. I assume we need one for each door of the double door.
yes, that is correct.
Right, so that'll leave me with 1 after we do that, and I have everything you need to light a torch in the backpack.
All right, so it takes you a good round or two to get those secured, and once again, Durek, you find yourself in the Slavers Stockade. It is suspiciously quiet. The air is no cleaner. It is no nicer a place in the months since you've been gone. It certainly hasn't gotten any friendlier looking. Now, your next step takes you ahead and downward. Which way are you guys going to go, left or right?
We're going to go to the left, as I recall.
To the left.
Well done,
Okay.
gentlemen. Yeah, to the left, and then to the right, and to the right, all the way to the end, and to the right is what I got in my mind's eye.
All right. Well, that's there's a bit more navigation than that. So, you turn to the right.
Should we have Sticky Feathers go first?
Indeed. And
Get
I thought
Sticky
I needed
Feathers.
to the
Make
left.
sure we're goes. Yep.
Unless the DM thinks to the right is better, which I'll
No.
defer to.
Just so we're clear, when I say to the left or to the right, I'm talking about as you look south. So are you going east, which is to the left, or west, which is to the right?
Right. Yes, east.
East. Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about left hand.
Okay. So, and there are doors at either end of the hall. However, you turn left and you head to the west, and your thief is checking all the way along. That is not the right
Be
guy.
wary of pit traps, as I recall.
Sounds like something you might hear when playing Gauntlet. Be wary of pit traps. Elf shot the food.
Mouth needs beer badly.
Okay. All right. So he proceeds ahead of you. And stops just in front of the closed door. running his hands over it. And pressing his ear to it. He looks back and gives you okay and thumbs up and motions you to move forward.
I suppose we'll trust him.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I can't believe we haven't been chased in here.
Oh, we spiked the door.
Yeah. But they could be pounding at least. They're afraid.
Okay. Who's in the rear of the first of all, what is your marching order? This is a 10-foot wide hall. You can go as many as 3 abreast.
I'm in the rear.
You're in the rear. What is your spacing? How far away from them are you?
Not far. 5 feet.
Okay. All
The
right.
dwarf
Basically
gives
the
you your
10-foot
pack
head.
back. Sorry, you get your pack back or whatever.
If you want to, if not, I thought the dwarf would still have it, frankly.
Okay, cool.
I don't mind carrying it, but it's bloody. There's no beer, there's no ale, there's no cheese. I don't even know why you're carrying all this stuff. Makes no sense, but I'll hold it.
It sounds like we can let the marching order fall as it may. The thief will go first. He's the fastest. Me and the dwarf are like equal movement, I think. So we'll be 2 fur behind him by about 30 feet, and then Holder will bring up the rear, right, based on his movement, I think.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so you all reach this wooden door. It's like all inner doors, it does not swing freely. You'll have to try and open it. Who wishes to open it?
Mouth, we brought you for a reason.
Yes, we didn't volunteer hold door there.
Okay. You put your shoulder against the door. You push it in. Let's see. Holder, as you were only 5 feet from them, you kind of feel like a faint, stirring of air behind you, and glancing over your shoulder, you see that the previous 10 by 10 section of hallway floor rotates over, like you're catching the end of its movement.
Okie dokie.
Like there was some kind of pit trap associated with that door.
Told you.
Okay. The room beyond seems to be as it was before. The bear on rails part of that trap, Durek, has been decommissioned, but you can see the taxidermied bear standing next to the fireplace. Do you think maybe some of the accoutrements of the room have been moved around, but it looks much the same as it did before? Given what you know of gnolls and their personal habits, you do know that there is a degree of uncleanliness about the place that it didn't have before. So in this chamber, now this is for folks who maybe are new to the show, or it's been a while since you've watched, it's funny. I thought, okay, well, the party is probably done with A2. They're not going to want to go back there. But you know what? I'm lazy, so I'm not going to tear down the Dwarven Forge for it yet, because I have this entire stockade, inner stockade, laid out in Dwarven Forge on the table. We were doing it with cameras. It's still out there. So when we rejoin the game with a full raft of players, we'll switch the camera back on, as long as the party is in the upper part of the steading. So you're in a room. Of course, it is 30 feet from the door to the back wall. The fireplace is in the middle of the back wall, and on either end of the room, there are doors. So as you look at the room, there's one on the north wall in the corner and one on the south wall in the corner.
Yeah, I believe it's the on the right wall, the on the other side of where the bear was. And I'm glad the bear wasn't reactivated because I was thinking, oh crap, I didn't tell Mouth about the bear. You
Did I
know,
mention that?
Yeah, I think it's the door to the right that we want to take, which would still be
Yeah.
going south. As I
Correct.
understand.
Correct.
Right.
Okay, so you turn to the right. There's the door to the south. Who is going to open it?
Mm.
You should change your name to who?
Ha!
Ah.
Won't
Never mind.
budge. Won't budge. Either one of those numbers that's showing would have forced the door. So you shove it open. And let's make one more. All right. Shouldering the door open. Which way? All right. You guys are not surprised when you force the door open and there are a couple of gnolls. They are armed with drawn longswords, and apparently they've heard the battering on the door. And you see there are at least two more behind them. So let's get some declarations. Holder, I know you're in the back. Is there anything you wish to do?
How many did you say there were?
Looks like 4 from where you're standing.
In this instance, then I will elect to do nothing.
Okay. Jurek, they are 2 abreast in the hallway in front of you. What does Jurek wish to do?
Fair fight. I'll engage.
All right. And Melf the dwarf.
We'll charge with a dwarven scream.
Well, they're right on the other side of the door, so you can save the charge and do the dwarven scream later.
Dwarven charges are short, so it still might count.
All right. Wow, 195 folks watching. I'm glad to be solid entertainment for your entertainment dollar tonight, folks. Thank you, everyone who's watching. Again, if you haven't, please do click the subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications. So let's go ahead and roll initiative because the gnolls do not recognize you. And I think initiative goes to who was it that last rolled?
Here.
Okay. Dooms. Okay. Well, none of that beat my 6. So
Nope.
I felt left out. I wanted.
all right. Well, that's
You can lose too. It's okay.
right.
Yeah.
all right. So a 13, which becomes a 12, and a 2, which becomes a 1. Because of prot from E, they miss and they miss. Malf. 9, 10. Let's see. And you are fighter 6 or 5?
5.
That will miss. Dirk. That will not miss. So roll your damage.
And these are the large guys, right?
Yes.
Come on. 6.
All right. He is sliced pretty badly. And somebody want to roll for our thief?
I think that's on GPA.
Okay.
9, 10. I'm not sure what level thief he is, but I think unfortunately that's borderline enough that even if
I
we
think
have him,
he's in that 1 to 5.
yeah, that's well 1 to 4, but that's
Right.
not gonna hit. So next round, I'm assuming that we are continuing to do the same. They are continuing to do the same. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, and things just got chaotic. Roll it for us, D, and disability.
Sure.
I'm guessing Holder is not yet engaging in any sort of. Oh, there you go.
I do not plan on ever engaging in violence, DM.
Oh, I just meant spell casting. Like, did you have any?
I don't have very many spells left.
Understood. Okay. Party 1 initiative. Let's start then with Durik. 7, 8,
AC
9. That will not hit. So Malf. That will hit.
Right.
He is a large creature.
Come on. Yes. 8.
7, 8. That drops that one. And somebody want to roll for our redoubtable thief? So there are 3 gnolls remaining
this
in the
time.
hallway.
Whoop, sorry, Dooms. You go ahead. Beat my
No.
four.
Largely
You do
irrelevant. They brace up and are going to continue to battle. So let's roll initiative, and Dooms, it is your turn, please.
Do it, Dooms.
All right.
4, 1. The curse has followed me across games, computers, and venues. So you guys make your attacks, please. 20 will hit.
I'm loving these 20s.
Large
Now I need the
creature.
damage to match. Come on. Well, 7.
6,
It's
7.
incrementally
He is
increasing.
up but injured. All right. Malf. 9, 10,
3 9s in a row.
Yeah, that will not hit. And Thane, do you want to roll for our thief or have somebody else do it? It's up to you.
Sure, I can
There you go.
I can roll worse than a 4. Okay, guess not.
Or you could not.
I'm going to guess that hits.
Oh,
So
unquestionably.
7 plus in theory damage bonus, but I doubt it.
This is a large creature, so that's do you want to keep the 7 or roll a 12 and see if you can get better?
I'll keep the 7. Even
You'll
on the
keep
D12, that's still better.
You'll
than
keep the
average.
7. All right. Well, he had taken some damage, so that cuts him down. And that leaves 2. That leaves the 2 gnolls. They're let's see. This one is on Durik. That's becomes a 17. Let's see. Armor class 0. $18. That becomes 17. Still hits you, old son.
All right.
So have 7 points of damage.
And again,
this one is at mouth. That is a miss. There's a 9 back for Mouth. Mouth couldn't roll a 9, but he did. So they like their chances. Yeah, it's like Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan right now between you two. Okay, so in that Mouth, Obi 1 foot shorter than everybody else. Gentlemen. I'm guessing we're all continuing to hack at them. So let's roll initiative, and GPA, it is over to you for initiative, please.
Nice.
Party goes first. Let's start with Durik attacking a fresh one.
Yes.
Nice.
That's a hit. D12.
Right, let's see if I get an 8. Damn.
You do not.
5.
All right. GPA for Malf.
Oh,
Well, hey, look at it like this. You didn't roll a 9. And once
Hmm.
again, if you could for me, Thane Kyle.
What am I
For,
doing? Oh,
you're rolling 2 hit for your resident
for the thief.
resident thieful.
Nice.
That's it.
Okay.
That hits. So it's a,
This time I will take the D12. See, I should have taken the D8.
all right. So they're chopped up pretty good. All right. So dice bill. It's a 20-sider. It's been in use for a couple of years. All right, that is a miss on Derek, and that is a miss on Melf. They are bracing up. They are trying to stay in it. So I'm guessing we're all doing the same, and we are around to Thane Kyle, I think, for initiative this time.
Sure.
So roll it, one of you, please.
There you go.
Look at
A
that.
6. Okay. All the luck. A 4. Okay. Thane, roll for our thief. You've got a hot hand tonight rolling for that thief's longsword.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
14.
That might be an edge case.
Believe it or not, with that bracket 14, because I think I'm almost certain he's like a fighter thief or a magic user thief. If he's
Magic user thief.
Yeah,
magic user thief. Okay.
That's the thing, is if he was a fighter thief, that would have absolutely hit. But
Yeah. Okay. So that's actually a miss.
yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't know, Damien, but I like it. I like it. To summon the Earl, to sell a Buick, to blow chow, to drive the porcelain school bus. Okay. So that was a miss. Derek.
That's the first time I've heard that one, Bill.
That hits.
Excellent.
Which one?
To drive the porcelain school bus.
You never heard driving the porcelain bus? You wrap your arms around it.
Mm-hmm.
They call it selling a Buick because you grab on, buy my Buick, buy my Buick. All right. Okay. Derek, that was a hit. Roll your damage. And you had hit this guy before, so
4.
So with the damage you had done before, that's enough to bring him down. There's one left. Mouth, do something horrible to him.
Yeah.
Preferably not throwing up.
11.
That will not work.
Damn. Oops. Can't be saying words like that.
He's gonna have to make an
Demonetized.
extraordinary. Okay. So in the new round, same process, guys.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's roll initiative, and I think we are back around to Dooms for initiative. 3. Oh, I finally won initiative. He throws down his sword and falls to his knees and his forepaws and begins to whimper piteously.
Perhaps you should take pity on him, dwarf, or perhaps not. These are the
I'm
times
gonna-
to test a man's mettle.
Normally, I roll. I can do it on the screen. If you don't mind, I will roll to see what happens.
That's up to you if that's how you want to make your decision. What are we, high, low? What die are you rolling?
If I roll high, it's percentals. So if I got a 50-50 chance.
Okay, kind of a
Maybe I'll kill him, maybe I don't.
140. I don't know if that's what you intended.
I kill him.
Okay, all right. You coup de grace him.
I get halfway through a protest of, wait, we should talk. Yep. He might know. Splat.
All right. So Fornol's dead. Let's see. You do not hear anything approaching in the distance, but you know that you have been on the run and fighting now for a full 20 minutes. Sweat, despite the cold time of the year, sweat is pouring off of you, pooling in your boots. You take a moment to have a breather and look around this hall, and that is where we will pause it for tonight. I don't want to get so far ahead that our other players won't be able to join us, so we will pause it here, guys. I want to say big thanks to D and Disability thing, Kyle, to Doomsword Deathmaster. Thank you so much for making it tonight, and Graph Paper Architect, of course, for being here, and everyone for tuning in. We had almost 200 folks tuned into the live stream tonight, and that is pretty awesome. I really appreciate it, guys. And again, if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications, check out our sponsors, buy some merch, support us on Patreon, or become a YouTube member. Do all this stuff. Be good to each other, everyone. And I will see you all tomorrow night as a player and Kyle as a game master. But between now and then, regardless of who you voted for, just remember, there's no way to veto an owlbear attack. Peace. Good night. Love you all.
Have you seen my owlbear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owlbear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.